English 4, Quarter 4, Week 2. Matatag Curriculum. For the content, we have Cluster 1, Listening, Reading, and Speaking, Writing, Literary Text. Topic 2, Use words with literal, denotative, and implied connotative meanings in sentences. Subtopics, Making use of context clues, True definition, True exemplification. Identifying and analyzing structural analysis, root words, prefixes, and suffixes. For the review, we will have mystery word game. For the materials, chalkboard or chart paper, markers, word list with both literal and connotative meanings. Example given: happy, sad, brave, clever. Use context clues from the sentence to guess the missing word. The kitten felt blank as it faced the giant dog. The missing word is brave, and its literal meaning means not afraid. Brainstorm words related to happy that use prefixes on or suffixes ness to change the meaning happy. Here are the possible answers. We have unhappy, unjoyful, happiness, joyfulness, and many more. Today, we are going to be word detectives. Like detectives use clues to solve mysteries, we will be learning how to uncover the hidden meanings of words. We will explore two types of meanings: literal meanings, which are the dictionary definitions, and connotative meanings, which are the feelings or ideas that a word suggests beyond its basic meaning. By the end of this lesson, you will be good at using context clues and word parts to identify literal and connotative meanings, allowing you to fully understand the true power of words. Think about your favorite book or story. What words helped you imagine the characters or setting? Did some words make you feel happy, scared, or excited? Why do you think so? Can you think of a word that can change its meaning depending on the situation? Consider the word light. It can mean the absence of darkness or something that is not heavy. How do we determine which meaning is intended in a sentence? For the unlocking content vocabulary, in the provided chart, each number has its equivalent alphabet. Unlock the hidden words by solving the number puzzle. Here is the chart for number and alphabet. And here are the given numbers. Here are the correct answers. Number 1, fantasy. 2, reality. Number 3, illusion. Number 4, context clue. Number 5, affixes. Number 6, suffixes. Number 7, denotation. Number 8, connotation. You will be putting your detective skills to the test by exploring how words can have more than one meaning, just like a detective uses clues to solve a case. You will use context clues and word parts to unlock the hidden meanings of words. Step 1, Brainstorming Challenge. Think about a word you use often. It can be any word you like. Now, write down all the different meanings you can think of for that word. For example, the word is light. Its meaning: absence of darkness, not heavy, or it could be easy to understand. Step 2, Context Clue Hunt. Look at the following sentences. Can you identify the underlined word and its meaning based on the context clues in the sentence? The bright sun shone through the window, waking me up early. You're right. The word bright means literal meaning, full of light. Next sentence, he was feeling a bit lightheaded after standing up too quickly. What does the What does lightheaded mean? Very good. The figurative meaning of lightheaded is dizzy. Next, my backpack feels so much lighter after taking out all those books. You're right, lighter. Its literal meaning is having less weight. Step 3, Word anatomy. Now, let's take a closer look at some words. Can you identify the different parts that make up the word and how they might affect its meaning? For example, the word kindness. Parts: kind, root word plus next its suffix, meaning the quality of being kind. Step 4, Mystery Word Challenge. Here is a mystery word: unhappy. Can you identify the root word and the suffix? How do these parts change the meaning of the original word happy? Can you think of other words that use prefixes or suffixes to change their meaning? Let's define context clues. Context clues are hints found within a sentence, paragraph, or passage that a reader can use to understand the meanings of new or unfamiliar words. These are hints or information provided within a sentence or passage that help readers figure out the meaning of unfamiliar words. These clues can come from the surrounding words, sentences, or even the overall tone of the text. By paying attention to these clues, readers can make educated guesses about a word's meaning without needing to look it up. Context clues often include definitions, examples, comparisons, or opposites that help clarify the word's meaning. Today, you will be cracking the code of hidden meanings. Words, just like clues in a detective story, can have hidden depths. You will use your detective skills, context clues, and word parts to unlock these secrets. Step 1. Teamwork makes the dream work. From small detective teams, each team will choose a word you all use often. Write down all the different meanings you can think of for that word. For example, the word fast. Its meanings: quick, moving, rapidly, acting quickly. Step 2. The case of the mysterious sentences. Work together as a team to solve the mysteries within these sentences. Identify the underlined word and its meaning based on the clues in the context. Discuss your findings within their team. For the passage 1, rain lashed against the windows, creating a monotonous drumming sound that lulled Maya to sleep. B. Passage 2. The detective examined the meticulous notes left at the crime scene, searching for hidden clues. Letter C. Passage 3. The once lively town square felt strangely deserted after the festival ended. Step 3. Word Anatomy Lab. Dissect some words. Each team will analyze a word, identifying its different parts and how you impact its meaning. Word 1, unbreakable. Word 2, cheerful. Word 3, helpful. Word 4, magnificent. And word 5 is secluded. Here are the correct answers. For number 1, on, prefix meaning not, plus breakable, able to be broken, means cannot be broken. 2, cheer, root word meaning happiness, plus full, suffix meaning full of, means full of happiness. Number 3, help, root word meaning to assist. Last, full means suffix meaning full of, means full of assistance. Number 4, man, root word meaning great, plus efficient, suffix meaning of high quality. It means grand or impressive. Number 5, se, it is a prefix meaning aside, plus clud, it is a root word meaning to shut. It means hidden away or isolated. Step 4, the grand reveal. Each detective team will share findings with the class. How did context clues help you determine the meaning of the underlined words? You're right. Context clues help me determine the meaning of the underlined words by providing hints from the surrounding text that describe the word or gave examples of its use. How did breaking down a word into its parts, root word and suffix, reveal its meaning? Very good. Breaking down a word into its parts, like the root word and suffix, helped reveal its meaning because the suffix gave a clue about the word's function or meaning. Example given, ness indicates a state or quality. Can you think of other words that use prefixes or suffixes to change their meaning? You're right. Other words that use prefixes or suffixes to change their meaning include helpful, help plus full, and disagree, dis plus agree. Unlocking meaning through context clues, denotative versus connotative. Denotation, the dictionary definition, the objective meaning of a word. Connotation, the feeling or idea a word suggests beyond its basic meaning. Example, home. Denotation, it is a place where a person lives in. For its connotation, it could be place associated with safety, security, and peace. Next is childish. Denotation, an act of being immature in nature, very childlike. Connotation, a negative expression towards someone who is immature. Letter B. Now, look at these sentences. Can you identify the underlined word and explain how context clues help you determine its denotation and connotation? Here are the words gloomy, joyful, gigantic, sneaky, fragile. Denotation, what does it mean? For connotation, how does it make you feel? For gloomy, dark, overcast, or dull in appearance. Connotation, makes me feel sad, depressed, or downhearted. It evokes a sense of sadness or despair. Joyful, feeling or expressing happiness or delight. Makes me feel happy, excited, or cheerful. It evokes positivity and warmth. Next is the word gigantic, extremely large in size. Makes me feel awe or amazement. It can be intimidating or exciting due to the scale. Sneaky, moving in a secretive or stealthy way. Makes me feel suspicious, distrustful, or uneasy. It evokes feelings of deception. Easily breakable or delicate. Makes me feel cautious, gentle, or protective. It suggests vulnerability or care. Look at the following words. Write down the first meaning that comes to mind, denotation. Then think about the emotions or feelings the word might evoke, connotation. The lost hiker emerged from the gloomy forest, relieved to see the sunlight. Denotation, dark, connotation, scary or depressing. Number 2. The children celebrated their victory with joyful cheers. Denotation, happy, connotation, excited or energetic. Number 3. The scientists examined the gigantic footprint left behind by the unknown creature. Denotation, very large. Connotation, powerful, awe-inspiring. Number 4. The thief used sneaky tactics to avoid detection. Denotation, acting in a secret way to deceive others. Connotation, dishonest, untrustworthy. Number 5. The vase was so fragile that even a slight touch could break it. Denotation, easily broken or damaged. Connotation, delicate or precious. Root words and affixes. Affixation. Root words are small parts of words called morphemes that each carry their own meaning. Root words can change their meaning or word class by combining with different affixes, the prefixes and suffixes that come before and after words. If you're familiar with the root words and affixes in an unknown word, you can figure out its meaning. Example, to me, the movie was indescribable because I fell asleep halfway through. The prefix in often negates the meaning of the root word that follows, so indescribable must mean not describable or cannot be described. Here is the table. We have the prefix, the root word, the suffix, and the new word. Understanding root words, prefixes, and suffixes can help us decipher the meanings of unfamiliar words. For example, the prefix "an" in unlock changes the meaning of the root word lock to its opposite. Similarly, suffixes like "er" can change the function of a word, such as turning play into player. This knowledge can help us understand words like disappear, where breaking it down reveals its meaning, as to vanish or go out of sight. Finding affixes, Session 1. Objective, identifying and analyzing sentences, structures, affixation. Materials needed, printed worksheet. Instructions, complete the affixation table. Note that not all words have each part, just write NA. Here are the words: preheat, unkind, undersea, submarine, comfortable, wonderful, defrost, overlook, quickly, breathless, tallest, smallest, largest, ungrateful, reinforcement. Activity number 4, context clues. Directions: unlock the meaning of the highlighted words using context clues. Shade the bubble which corresponds to the correct answer. Number 1, we'll use the food court as our rendezvous unless you can suggest a better meeting place. What does the word rendezvous mean? Meeting place or exit point? Number 2, the coach doesn't allow taunting, so don't let her hear you making fun of the other team. Choices: making friends or provoking. Number 3, Mika seemed genial at first, but when we started discussing politics, she became hostile and even rude. Choices: welcoming, unfriendly. Number 4, even though he was prejudiced as a teenager, his life experiences as an adult led him to be more accepting and open-minded. Choices: biased, accepting. Number 5, Abigail knew that to get a catfish, she would have to try bottom fishing, a technique of dropping the lure to the water floor to catch the fish that dwell there. Choices: fishing up to water floor, fishing in the water surface. Here are the correct answers. Number 1, meeting place. 2, provoking. 3, welcoming. 4, biased. And number 5, fishing up to water floor. For learners' takeaways, why is learning structural analysis and context clues important? Complete the prompts below. I have learned that blank. I realized that blank. For the reflection on learning, reflect on how analyzing root words, prefixes, and suffixes has impacted your understanding of unfamiliar words. Did it help you guess their meanings? Can you think of examples where one part, the root, prefix, or suffix, was particularly helpful, or where understanding all 3 parts was necessary? Here is a possible answer. Analyzing root words, prefixes, and suffixes helped me guess the meanings of unfamiliar words by breaking them down into recognizable parts, especially when the prefix or suffix gave a clear hint about the word's meaning. Letter B. How can you apply the skills you learned about context clues and word structure to your future reading and writing? Very good. I can apply the skills of using context clues and word structure to better understand new words and write more clearly by recognizing how parts of words contribute to their overall meaning. For your formative assessment, identify 3 to 5 unfamiliar words from the passage. Use the surrounding sentences and context of the passage to guess the meaning of each word. Hacked, gnarled, iridescent. Choose 2 to 3 of the unfamiliar words you identified. Break down each word by identifying the root word and any prefixes or suffixes present. Here is the passage. The brave explorer hacked through the thick jungle plants. Tall trees with twisted bumpy branches blocked the sunlight, making long shadows on the wet ground. Suddenly, a bright flash of blue zoomed through the bushes. A beautiful butterfly, its wings sparkling like colorful glass, landed on a bright purple flower. The explorer's heart thumped with excitement as he carefully wrote about this unusual and lovely creature in his notebook. Here are the possible answers: hawked, gnarled, iridescent, thumped, and unusual. Step 2. Break down the words. For the word hacked, the root word is hacked. Explanation: the word hack often means to cut or chop roughly. So hacked likely means that the explorer was cutting through the jungle plants in a rough or forceful manner. Next, root word gnar, suffix ed or ed, which means past tense or describing something that has already happened. Explanation: gnar sounds like something twisted or rough, so gnarled likely refers to the trees having twisted, bumpy branches. Root word iris, which refers to the colors of a rainbow or something related to light. Suffix escent, indicating something that has the quality of or appears like. Explanation: iridescent likely means something that shines with many colors, like the butterfly's wings that sparkle.